Okay. Well, that's not very bright. Is that bright? Let me see if that's bright. Is that bright? Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, here's the microphone. Hello. Can you hear me, everybody? Welcome to the kitchen. Let me turn the washing machine off. It's going to go off. It's going to go off in a minute. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. I'm wearing the same thing I wore during the earlier show. Please forgive me. Hello, welcome everyone to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked Night Stream Edition. Thank you very much. Thanks for being friendly with each other. I got a call today. I'm not going to say who called me, but somebody called me and they said, "We love your show. You're incredible. You're the most amazing person in the entire." They didn't say that. Maybe they said, but whatever. They said they're making friends with people. And that's what I like. That's what I used to do let me fix my hair. Or maybe my hair goes better that way. Which is the way does my hair go? I don't know. And that's what I used to like about my shows. In London, when I did the longest running show, stand-up comedy show in Britain for a time, I think, or solo, whatever. Or maybe it was for, I don't remember what is it acronyms? I don't know whether, can you see me? Am I too dark? Let me check to see if I'm too dark. So I'm going to go over to YouTube. I'm pretty dark. I've got 3 bulbs on me. Does it look all right? I'm not saying do I look all right. I mean, it's like I'm basically deteriorating. I used to wear a nice shirt. I don't wear a nice shirt. I used to comb my hair. I haven't combed my hair. I don't even know which direction. I can't even tell which direction my hair is going, basically. But so I think I look all right. Let me put it like this way. Maybe it's this way. I think this is the way it goes. Okay. Hello, Joe. Hello, beautiful, beautiful Joe. Beautiful Marianne. You can see me. You can hear me. We got the microphone right here. Gnome Hunter is here. Alex is here. So thank you very much for coming in. That's what we need. Something's going to change with these shows. I don't know what exactly it is, but something is going to change. I mean, I've done 157 of these shows. And at 157 shows, something changed. I mean, this is, I don't know whether you know stand-up comedy, but this is what has to happen. Hold on a second. Where did this go? There we go. Something has to happen, and something will happen. Some bit of brilliance, or maybe I'll be discovered, and you'll think, "Oh my God, we love Lewis Schaffer from the beginning." MC Scott is here. Gnome is here. Let's get this to live chat. Something is going to happen. I mean, I like doing this every single day, and I don't like to leave you people. I don't like to leave you. You're here, and you're probably like me. You're just a lonely guy, as I am. I know you're thinking this guy Lewis Schaffer is an internationally famous comedy celebrity, as recently seen on GB News. And that's what you're thinking. You're thinking I'm not lonely, but I am so lonely. And I'm not saying I'm that lonely. I'm not lonely. I don't even know how I'm saying I'm lonely. I'm not really that lonely. Maybe I am lonely. I'm lonely even if I'm loved. I'm lonely. I never felt loved. I never felt loved. Have you felt love? Maybe I have felt loved. I don't trust love. Basically. I just think what's going to happen is you're going to stop loving me. I mean, maybe I don't deserve to be loved. Maybe that's what the issue is. I don't deserve. Caribbean is here. I'm going to have to hook up with Caribbean. I'm not have to. It's not that I have to. It's not good for you, Caribbean. I'm sorry for saying that. But perhaps that's what I'm going to have to do. I don't know if the lights are bright enough. Let me change. Let me fix the lights a little bit so you can see. I've got 4 lights. I don't want to spray any in my face. How does that look? That's a bit brighter. Is that a bit brighter? How about like that? How about like that? I think that's all right. I think it's all right. Anyway, so yeah. So who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, saying I'm. Anyway, Joe says, you're loved from the beginning. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Caraby says, hello, everyone, and Lewis. And Scott says, MC Scott says, greetings. So, I mean, this is all good. This is all good. I mean, I've had some bad news today, which is Oprah Winfrey is leaving America. She can't stand to be in America. She's become one of those horrible people who says, I can't live. Okay, remember we spoke about olive oil last night. Yes, let's hear it. Lucy Van Pelt is here. So that's good. This is all good news. Good news. Anyway, Oprah is leaving the country, and everybody thinks of Oprah as kind of a fat, ugly woman, and she's not. She's actually. I mean, I've looked at her. She's quite. I think she's beautiful. I think she's beautiful, but she's thinking she can't live in America with Donald Trump as the president. Donald Trump is the president. She owns an entire island, which was set on fire, and something happened. Her house. I don't know if it burned or whatever her story is. I'm not going to say that she set it on fire, but something, and I'm not even saying it's suspicious. I'm not saying it's suspicious, but she wants to come. She wants to come to England, like me. I want her to come to England, and would you recommend coming to England? Maybe we should do a poll. Should she come to England? She could come to England, and she'd have a good time when she gets here. And then after a while, she'd realize that this country is becoming a more and more police state. I was listening to that guy, the Unheard guy. Do you know the Unheard guy? And they're talking about Trump suing the BBC. And he had some American guy on. I don't remember his name, Seth Stern or something. Not Ed Stern, because that's my brother-in-law. But he was saying, they asked him, they said, he's a journalist, which is basically, there's no such thing as journals. There's no such thing as journalism. We've been through this before. I have a link for you. You'll never guess which one is the best, and real olive, which is the best, and real olive oil. Okay, can you send it to me? Send it to me via Twitter. I think that's the best way to do it. I'm not allowed to give out my email address. I don't know. I mean, who is here that I don't know? They're all people that I know, but I'd like to. Is there a way? Maybe Kermit knows. Is there a way of seeing who is on this list? Who is watching but not saying anything? I'd like to know. I'd like to know who's here. Anyway, so he was saying, have you think Donald Trump is so bad? He said that. You think, yes, I think he's so bad. And this is what the guy from Unheard, really handsome English guy, you know the Unheard guy. Anyway, you don't do Twitter. Well, now is the time to set up a Twitter account, Carrie V. So he said, the guy, he was asked by the quote unquote, the head of the Unheard guy, a quote journalist, but he's not. If you hear anybody ever say that they're a journalist, they're a fraud. They're a fraud. So he said, have you been afraid that someone's going to come knock on your door in America and maybe, the police and possibly arrest you? It wasn't exactly phrased like that, but that's what it was. And he said, no, not yet. No, not yet. And I'm thinking, I'm here in Britain and I'm afraid that someone's going to knock on my door and arrest me. Are we afraid of that, people? I think we're afraid. Little's prima donna and Little's Olascone. They said that was the best. That was the best. Is that really the best? The best at what? The best at what? Why would you want to eat olive oil? Why? Olive oil is not good for you. Okay, and send it in Discord. That's exactly right, Kermit. Send it to me in Discord. Why am I thinking? Because by the time I'm done with these shows, I'm so exhausted. I don't have time to look at. But Discord is amazing, and I'm going to spend more time there. Yeah, I'm afraid that I'll be arrested too. Look at the stuff that I've said. It hasn't been loving to the state that we're in. Yes, the big Italian names are not real. What does that mean? Prima donna and Oliasone? Because they come from little? Are they Italian? Is it Italian? Is that what you're saying, Joe? Or Carrie B? Who is saying that it is? So, yeah, they're probably not Italian. Little is a German company, and they've done a very good job, and I like to shop there. They've done a very good job. Yeah. So Jedster says he's afraid I'll be arrested. And I've been afraid I'm being arrested. I just can't control what I'm saying. What I'm saying. Anyway, Lewis, this is what Joe says. A change of topic could be, or to ask later, is what would each of you do differently tomorrow? Tomorrow, you mean like with our lives? Yeah, what would we do differently tomorrow? They are oxidized, the Witch Report. What does that mean? So you're saying those two brands are the worst or are the best? I used to subscribe to Witch. Witch was founded by Americans. Did you know that? And Witch Magazine was founded by Americans based on a magazine in America called Consumer Reports. On the topic of journalists, okay? And you should always say journalists. What do we do? What do we do in Britain? Journalists. Katie Hopkins has a severe distrust and disdain for lawyers. She says you could never trust a lawyer. You should never someone who works, and you should never trust someone who works in a profession as a friend. You should never trust a lawyer as a friend. Well, maybe she had sex with somebody. You can't trust anybody, really. What exactly did she say? What did Warren Elliott say? You can't trust anybody. You can't trust lawyers, but we know that. We know that. But you also need, sometimes if you have money, you need a good lawyer. You need good advice. You need a lawyer because a lawyer is going to make sure the judge doesn't act inappropriately. That's why you need a lawyer, because if you don't have a lawyer, and I've been in court without a lawyer, and the judge laughs at you because they know you're not going to appeal the decision because you're just some schmuck. So Carrie B is saying the little brands are the best, or are they the most heavily oxidized? Oxidized is not good. So are they the best? Wasn't Witch founded by the same guy who founded the Open University? I'm not sure. Did you want to check that out? I'm on my phone. Not my phone. I'm on this, whatever computer this is. I'm on my my cheapo laptop. It's not bright enough. I don't think I'm bright enough. Is there a way of making the settings brighter here? Let me just go see if I can make the settings brighter. Screen. How about screen brighter? How about that? Brighter. Let's see if we can find that now. Stream, screen, mobile, visual webcam. What do you think it would be? Hotkeys, video? Maybe it's the video. Downscale, FSP. I don't know what this says. Multi-streaming, general. Let's see what general is. I'm checking to see if this is any brighter. Show confirmation. Enable, snap source. That's not it. Output. Could it be output? Let's just see what the output looks like. Audio bitrate, video bitrate, software. Anybody understand this? I don't know. Are you going to check that out, Lucy? Check that out to see. But I know that I read this, or maybe I forgot it. I read it maybe 10 years ago. Okay. So Lucy's going to find that. As for Winfrey, I bet she moves to Wiltshire. She can go to hotel chain, the Rudlow in Corsham. Loads of TV film people, etc., have moved there. Yeah. And she'll say, oh, this place is so civilized. Oh, I feel so safe. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Jed just says I should just stop pressing buttons. You're probably right. I'm going to stop pressing buttons. I'm going to stop. I'll stop. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. Can you see me? Am I darker than I am for the daily one? That's what I'd like to know. Thank you, Jedster, for saying that. I spent a lot of time there in Rudlow. In Rudlow. I don't know where Rudlow is. It looks like I was wrong. I'm mixing something up. Well, thank you. Thank you, Lucy, for... I mean, I didn't know. Everything needs to be tested. Even somebody like Lucy. We have to make sure that, the information is correct. Oprah shouldn't be allowed in by royal appointment. Nobody likes her here anyway. Is that true? You don't know. I mean, she represents Team World. She's a total globalist, but she also, people forget this about her. She was black, which is a tick, and she was beautiful, which is a tick. Where is Corsham? Does anybody know where Corsham is? I never even heard of the place. I've been there recently. Oprah would start meddling, I'd imagine. Yeah, could be. Yeah, could be. But then again, they wouldn't like her because she's so American. I know you probably think she's not. She's American. She's so American. She's so ballsy, and and eventually she'll say, she'll go home. She'll go home. It's in Wiltshire. Okay, can I Google it? I'm going to Google it. Don't hate me, Lucy. It sounds like a place I'd like to visit. Feels like maybe next week I'll take the entire week off and I'll go someplace. Cudlow. Rustington? Cudlow? Okay, we're looking. Sussex Port Village? Arran, Sussex? No, this is not. I'm not spelling it properly. My memory is not that good. I want to apologize to each and every one of you. I want to apologize to each and every one of you. Rudlow Hotel in Corsham. I mean, ridiculous. My memory is shot. Corsham. It's a town in England. There it is. Let's see where the map is. There's the map. Oh, look at how beautiful that is. Oh, my God. It's so beautiful. It's near Chippenham. It's between Chippenham and let's see if we can fix this thing here. Chippenham. It's a historic market town in West. Oh, I see where it is. There's Corsham. There. Oh, you probably can't see it because I've got to set it up here. Forgive me. Can you see it now? It's right outside of Chippenham, towards Bath, towards Melksham. I don't think I've ever spent the night anywhere near there. Devizes? No. It looks beautiful. Looks really. Let's see what it looks like on whatchamacallit. Is that a Google map? There's the Rudlow Hotel. Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be really nice. Okay, so let's get back on track. It's in Wiltshire. Okay. It's my second home. The owner and his son treat me so well. Oh, there you go. It's nice. It's not a good place to go away to. She's Team Megan, and Spare, and who still likes them apart from a few blue hairs and gays. I thought she had rejected Prince Harry and Meghan. I thought she didn't want to hang out with those people anymore. What did you hear? That's what I heard. I'm not happy with this. Let's try a little bit brighter. Let's try brighter. Can you see that? Can you see that? How about this thing here? How about this? I'll take this off here. I don't know. I don't think that's working. It's brighter. I got a bright light here. I got a light right here. I got a light here. I got a light in the back. I got a light in the back. So she's going to come to Britain. You can just see what kind of, these posh people, her and her Obama crowd. And, she platformed them and allowed them to lie and to call us racists. Yeah, 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 yeah. That was really wrong. The Queen is not a racist. She doesn't care about anybody. Now, she's dead now. But I mean, at the time, she doesn't care about people because the color of their skin. She just wants her strawberries delivered. She just wants her scones and cream. She doesn't care who makes it, who picks it, what the color of their skin. She doesn't care who's working there. She doesn't care. She doesn't go, oh, you're a black person, I'm not going to hire you. She wants whatever. She doesn't care. Thinking of the Queen being racist does not make me happy. I don't like the Queen. You know this about me. I don't like the royal family. But to call her racist was really out of control. And I really felt bad. I felt bad for Charles. Because, not Charles, Harry. I don't know what makes me happy. I feel bad for Harry. Because Princess Diana, his mother, was so angry at Charles. Like, so angry. So angry. Because he thought he should be allowed to have an affair and be married. But Diana was like a modern woman. She was a modern woman. She's like a billion inches high. Nobody likes Obama either. UK will be the back of the queue if you vote for Brexit. Knob. Yeah, who wants to be told anything by that guy? He's totally Team World. He's Team World in the same way Macron and that German lady and the people over at Davos. They hate America. He hates America. And you probably aren't following it here because it's really hard to follow. But he's being exposed. He tried to bring down Trump when Trump was elected president. He tried to bring him down, according to what I've read. I don't know if it's true. I mean, I have to remember that I got to be careful with what I say, but I think it is. And Michael Young, a social reformer, helped to found Which magazine and the Open University. I knew it. Well, maybe Michael Young, but who is the person who founded Which magazine? Let's go look over here. Can I look? You're very knowledgeable, Lucy. Very knowledgeable. I've never said you're not knowledgeable, but let's just say who founded Which magazine? Okay, I'm looking here. And the answer to that question is encouraged by Dorothy Bruchholz Goodman and her husband Raymond Goodman. The organization was set up in 1957. That was the year I was born. To help consumers. Was the research director proposed the idea for a consumer service, which eventually became Which. I don't believe that. Was inspired by her American counterpart, encouraged Young to continue his efforts to found the magazine. Well, she knew of this magazine in America. The magazine she knew in America was called Consumer Reports. Okay, there it is, for awareness. And so she spoke to, I can't believe it. As Consumers Association, the largest consumer organization in the UK with over 521,000 subscribers to its magazine. Best buys and recommended providers. I mean, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. The organization was set up in 1957 in response to changing values concerns in the post-war era. Or these Americans saw, wow, look at how much money they're making in America with Consumer Reports. So they set that up to encourage the efforts. Dorothy Bruchholz Goodman of the United States, Jew. You can tell it's a Jew. They're all Jews. They continue to push the idea of which published from a converted garage in Bethnal Green. Its central aim was to improve, started with a 32-page magazine about electric kettles, sunglasses, aspirin, cake mixers. The membership reached 150,000. Okay. Later, so she did this. Let's see where she came from. She went to Bryn Mawr. There you go. That's when women went to colleges and actually accomplished something. Bryn Mawr. It's a school outside Philadelphia. Bryn Mawr. I think it's not in Wales with this name. It's not this Wales. There's not much information about her. Look at how. Whoops. Can you see this? Can you see how small this is? How small? This is her Wikipedia page. It's like tiny. It doesn't say anything about her. She died at the age of 97 in 2023, 2.25 years ago. Oh my God, Dorothy Goodman. Dorothy Goodman. Let me just ask. You don't care about this, but I'm just going to look. I'm not. Dorothy Goodman, Jewish. Wow, she died at 97 years old. Consent. Let's just see what it says. She's a Silver Spring. Does it say? I don't think it says anything there. Anyway, so let's get back on track. Can I get back on track? Can we get back on track? Okay, so let's get back on track. So there you go. You're partially right. You're right, Lucy. Of course you're right. And Toby Young is his son. Is that right? Or is that a joke, Joodles? Don't make any jokes. Is that a joke or is that true? What the hell? Thought you were out and watching barbarism, Joodles. What was she doing? Is barbarism over? What was barbarism? Can we talk to Lewis Schaffer? Let's pay a little attention to Lewis Schaffer. So he is. He is Toby Young's dad. There you go. How do you like that? Well, that's that British world of like successful people having successful children. Ben schooled him, but like father, like son, drug cheats often do. Is he we don't know if he is. Let's not get into trouble about that. Is he a drug? Okay. Who's from Monmouth? Was floored bad. Monmouth. I missed a space here. But I struggle. Okay, hold on a second. Where's my eyeglasses? Where's my eyeglasses? But I struggle to believe Chris Jr. would throw a fight. Oh, you were watching the fight. So it was Chris Ben's son. Was it Chris? It wasn't. It was Chris Ben, not Anthony Ben's son, somebody's son. But I struggle to believe. Okay, Richard Burton would have been 100 last week. Yeah, well, my dad would have been 100 this year, which I completely forgot. I forgot all about it. Andrew Rubin says, if you know, the fight, boxing has always been fixed. My posh nieces went to haberdashers for girls in Monmouth. Yeah, there's the haberdasher school here in New Cross. On top of the hill, or whatever or Telegraph Hill. I don't know if you call it New Cross. Why do you always have to just disagree with everything, Lewis? Connor Ben failed 2 drug tests in 2022. His dad, Nigel. Oh, okay. I didn't know. I don't even know who you're talking about. I don't follow boxing. I don't even know who Nigel Ben is. I don't know who Connor Ben is. I don't know these people. I'm not quite interested in these people. And if you think that drug tests can make you win a boxing match, maybe it can. Maybe it makes you stronger. Well, do you believe that? I don't really believe that. I don't know. Ron Smith says that Monmouth was flooded. The rugby pitch underwater in Monmouth. What is Monmouth? Monmouth is out there on the way to Wales. That's where Monmouth is. Or is Monmouth in Wales? Boxing is such a bad sport for your health. Yeah, you're getting punched in the head. It is really bad. It is really bad. Should it be made illegal? Possibly. But lots of things are bad. Look at me. I look like I've been punched in the head. I don't even know what the hell's going on. Where the hell am I? Okay, I don't know, but I'll immediately tell you you're wrong anyway. What did I say? Yeah, well, that's what I do. So, sorry. I mean, I'm a very negative person. The River Wye is always flooding its banks at Ross. Yeah, I was there. We went to a hotel there. Went to a hotel. Monmouth is just inside England. That's right. Okay. I knew it wasn't exactly Wales. Lewis was punched in the glasses, Jedster. Yes, I was. I wasn't punched in the glasses. Actually, I wasn't punched. Did I lose my glasses? No, but that's the joke that I make. I made the joke. But the fact is, I have been punched. Punch drunk. Yeah, your father's 100-year-old this year, says Cellaire. He was born in 1925. My grandmother was born in 1896. So she was 30 years old when she had him. Yeah, my grandmother was born in the 1890s. My grandfather was born 1886, if I remember correctly. MC Scott says, but as Sherlock Holmes would say, you have to connect. You won't be able to laugh out loud. What is that? I don't know what that means. The hotel was probably next to my brother's house on the hill. Good view of the floods. Well, that's where you have to you don't build houses right along the river. And that's what they do. And then they say, oh, it's global warming. Do you remember 25 years ago, all those floods that they had? Out there, they were all out there, and you could see the town. The town was built on the hill, and then all the land around it was all flooded. What about like Lewis? Places have to be built on top of hills. Okay, you could do a Starmer impression in those glasses, like Dapper Laughs does. Does he wear glasses like this? These are just like for reading. I don't like to wear glasses. And ever since I started this thing, the amount of time that I've sacrificed, my eyes, I've sacrificed for you people. Kermit says, the Hope and the Anchor doesn't do well. No wonder it was called that. The Hope and the Anchor in Monmouth. Should we look at a map of where Monmouth is? Why do I care about this stuff? This is why I want to know as much as I can. I'm quite sorry. Hope and Anchor, Monmouth. Ross on Wye. That's where it is. It's on Ross on Wye. Have you been to this place, Ross on Wye? In 1996, exactly the same as my nan. Mad, my nan born in the 19th century. Yeah, it is. It is. That's what happens when you're old. My father was born in 1925. I was born in 1957. So he was 32 years old. And then his mother was born in the 1890s, in America. I want to be in America. Everything's free in America. Oh, look at this. Look, it's right on the water there. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, that's quite scary. That's like really scary. That's like the kind of, look at that bed. What a cute little bed. Oh my God, look at how beautiful that is. Oh my God, let's go. Well, there's the river right there. There's the river. I'm trying to remember what was the name of the place that we stayed in? I don't know. Let me look on my phone. I don't want to. I had a hamburger that looked like that. $14 today. I'm rich. $14 today. That image looks nice and Christmassy. Yeah, it does. It looks really quite Christmassy. Supposedly there's a demonstration coming up who said there's the demonstration? In December. Let's bring Christmas back to the country. Probably the Royal. Who is the Royal? Let me see. I don't remember the name of it, but let me just do a check. Can I just do a check? And I'll let you in on the check. I'll see if I can find a place. We walked along the river, Ross on Wye. I think we stayed here. I'm not 100% sure. On the river there. We were on the river. Where did we stay? We stayed in a hotel. Man of Ross, Riverside Inn. These are the restaurants. Hotels. 20 hotels. 20 hotels. 16 done. Da, 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 da. I don't know how to do this. Let's see if there's a hotel there. Whatever the cheapest one we stayed in. Oh, these are. I don't know which was. I don't know. I can't find it. I'm not gonna look. 16 to whatever. Yeah. Yeah, it's a hotel. Let's look for probably the Royal. Which is the cheapest hotel there? That's the most important consideration. Which one is the cheapest hotel? We were not fancy people. Let me rephrase that. I was cheap. You're not going to get anything fancy out of me. Sorry. I know you girls are thinking I'm going to be marrying Lewis Schaffer, an internationally known celebrity. But I'm not. I'm broke and I'm cheap. The Royal Ross on Y. By Green King. It was right on the river there. They were so cheap. Hotels used to be so cheap before they let mass immigration into the country. What's going on? It's kayak. Let me get back on track to this. I'm not going to be able to find it. I'm trying to remember. Maybe I could Google it on my phone. I could Google it here. Is Ross on Y? That's not in Wales. Is that in Wales? I don't know where it is. It's not in Wales. Let's go back here. We'll go back to the full screen. Okay. I'm going to look here. I'm not going to show you the pictures because there might be nude pictures of me, which you do not want to see. I mean, I'd like to show it to you because I'm relatively thin. I'm thin and I don't look as ill proportioned as I used to look. Probably a migrant hotel now. Yeah, you can believe it. No chance, ladies. Only person in this chat Lewis Schaffer is marrying is Warmelian. He'll be wanting me to write his comedy sets for him. You know what? I've married women for less money, not less money, but less than that. Yeah. Can you write them? I didn't know you could. I'm not even paying attention, but I should. It's on the borders. So let's Google photographs. Not now. Let's Google search. How do we do this? The photos are backed up. We'll do a search. We'll press Ross. Text matches. That's the text matches. How do we search for this? Ross on Y? No. How would you search for this? Anybody know? It's in Herefordshire. Could be in Herefordshire. I mean, it's amazing what you can do with the phones. I think it's really brilliant. Herefordshire. Oh, could be this. Oh, there she is, making a face. About to throw up into the toilet. It was wintertime. It was wintertime. Oh my God. I didn't make her life miserable, but I was not a good boyfriend. I want to apologize. I wasn't a good boyfriend. She's a lovely girl. She's a lovely girl. She's mad at me. She's a lovely girl. I'm not a good guy. You know that about me. Don't you know? Can't you tell? You've been with me for 157 days. What is far too posh? That I'm taking to these places? Yeah. Herefordshire. What is the name of the river? It's the Wye River? Wye River? I don't know how to find it. How would you find it on a search like this? Any ideas? Any ideas? So what else is going on? Tell us what's going on. Yeah, you drive us potty. Yes, I imagine I do. You know, I mean, no doubt I'm not the same man you thought I was when I was on the TV. Am I right? No doubt. I think I've lost the respect. Maybe that's true. Maybe I never had any respect. But I think I used to be a something. I'm not a something. I'm not a something. And I'll never work again after people are watching my bitterness and me insulting people. And maybe they're going to sue me. Maybe they'll kick me out of the country. Who knows what they'll do? Everybody, while I have you right here, let's do a thumbs up. Let's do a thumbs up. Let's do a, what do you call that thing? A subscribe. And maybe, I don't know who's here. Is anybody new here? Anybody? This is the most attention Ross and Y has ever received, says Cellaire. Indeed, no doubt. This is now Joodles coming in. But it is what it is. It may be Stockholm Syndrome, but you're still here. Yes, you are still here. Is it? Am I doing that to you? Have I played with your head? I hope I have. I hope I have played, whatever that means. I hope I haven't played with your head. I mean, I'm trying. I don't even know what I'm trying to do. This is how I improve in anything. The only way to improve in something is I could do it scientifically, this kind of show. I'm going to try to be this way this time. I'm going to try to be this way that time. But I can't do that. All I want to do is I want to be myself, and someone will say, "Wow, what you did there was amazing," and then I'll try to duplicate it. That's what stand-up comedy is. That's what Remember the Mike Graham Grow concrete video? No, I don't remember that. I don't remember that video. No, Richard Hammond lives nearby, and Wincy Willis. And Wincy Willis. Who is Wincy Willis? I don't know who Wincy Willis is. I feel bad for Richard Hammond. He had to have an automobile accident. Imagine the headache that guy had. Search Hole in the Wall Village, Court Farm, near Ross. I used to manage the site next door. Neighbor was an SAS major, lovely chap, gave me his chickens. That is nice. English people can be great. They are great. The best thing about English people, honestly, let's be honest about it. When an English person makes you a friend, they're a good friend. Like you people, you become my friends. You're good friends. That's what's great about English people. It takes a while to become an English person's friend. And when I say English Joodles, I mean Irish too. Those people too. Is whatever Northern or Southern or Western, whatever Irish you are, that's what's great about English people. They're not like Americans. They're not like me. Oh, I'm your best friend. I love you. And I don't really love you that much. I mean, I want to love you, but I can't. Wincy isn't black. She was a weather girl. A weather girl. Remember the band, the Weather Girls? It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men. Da da da. Da 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 da. Wincy Willis, according to Kermit. Hold on a second. Let me just get back. Everybody's jumping in here and saying so much, and now I've lost the thread. Okay, so let's go back online here. Okay, no, there's no mistaking Lewis for anyone other than the man we watched on Headliners. Honestly, no, I was much more professional there. Wasn't I I wore a suit. Look at how great I looked back then. Now I look a mess. I look a mess. But thank you, Warmellian. I appreciate that. Ron Smith says true. Somewhere between Ross and Ledbury. There's the river. We walked along the river there, and there were like two hotels next to each other. I think we moved from one hotel to another. They weren't nice, super nice hotels. I'm trying to remember the stuff that I had that we did there. I wish I had been. Oh my God! Scientifically, behave yourself, as if you've even put that much effort in. I don't put effort in, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm putting effort in. You don't think this is effort for me to like sit here and to do this over and over and over again, to put you through this horribleness. Thank you, Marianne, for telling us to like and subscribe and share it too, so more people watch this thing. Scientifically, that's what Judel said. Okay, sell there. Wincy Willis, a black lady, laugh out loud, can't remember what she did. I can't remember either. I don't even know who it was. I think she was a spider, says Lucy. Wincy, wincy spider. Wincy, wincy Willis. Okay. Crazy John. Donna Aylesbury's here. Hello, Donna. StreamYard. What about StreamYard? It is work. It's work. I've got to show up to these things. I've got to show up. She was a weather girl and a map girl on Treasure Hunt. Okay, I did not see that. I did not see that. Anyway, so okay. What are you saying about StreamYard? I'm on Streamlabs. What is StreamYard? I don't know. Okay, there you go. Sandip Mahal. That's a friend of mine, Sandy. Yep. How are you doing, Sandip? How are you? When will you do one of these live streams in London? I will definitely be in the audience. There is no audience. There is no audience, Sandeep. It's just me. It's just me. You got to get used to the fact that it's only Lewis Schaffer sitting in my kitchen. Tell people that I'm funnier in real life. Tell them, please. But thank you for offering to be in the audience. What have I taken from this story? The best thing about being friends with English people, including Northern Irish people like Judels, is they give you chickens. No, if they like you, they'll be amazing to you. If they don't like you, you have an enemy for life. That's what I believe. Americans make friends so fast. Oh, I love you. And they don't really love you. Maybe they do. Maybe they do love you. I have zero idea what he's rambling about. This is Judels. Judels is being critical of me. Don't be critical of me, please, Judels. So I'm glad you got something from it. Well, he said it himself. He said he was given a chicken. That was the neighbor. It was a nice neighbor. You ever come to London, Judels? Let's trade chickens. I don't even know what that means. There is an audience. I wouldn't call the people here an audience. Do you call yourselves an audience, Jedster, Gnome, Kermit, Warmellian, Judels? You're not an audience. You're not an audience. I don't know what you are. I'd like you to be an audience, but you're not an audience. You're more like participants. And thank you for reminding me of the show, Free Until Famous. That's what this show is. It's free until I'm famous. I mean, most people here have contributed a little something, and that's really important. It's really important. Is it going to be enough for me to pay my mortgage, which is a very low amount? No, but it is nice. So Gnome Hunter asking Judels, I know someone who has chicks. I can hook you up. I'd like some chickens. I eat 10 eggs a day, between 5 and 10. I haven't eaten 10 in a while, but I used to eat 10. You're a good lad, Blacks. Oh, there you go. I love the way you... I was going to say I love the way you talked. I don't like it. Friends, in quotation mark, friends of Lewis Schaffer. In other words, people I borrowed money from. I think Hammond did up one of Jeremy's tractors in Ross on Y. He did one up. What does that mean? He turned it over or he fixed it up? What does that mean? What does that mean? We are the stars, Lewis, says Jedster. Well, you know what? A case could be made. You're the stars. What am I supposed to argue with that? You're here. You are the stars. I mean, who would I talk to if you weren't here? There'd be no one to talk to. There'd be no show. So you are this. You are. Am I screaming, Judith? I'm going to make this a bit lower. You know, you are. You. What am I supposed to say? No, you're not. What's you the stars? We are not an audience, says Joe. You're not an audience. You're lovers of Lewis Schaffer. You're future sex partners with Lewis Schaffer. We are not an. That's what Joe says. Anyway, you spelled hecklers wrong there, Kerms. What did he say? Friends of Lewis. I don't see that here. It's keeping you in 14-pound burgers and Oreo ice creams. It isn't, because I haven't checked how much money I have. I haven't checked. I'm in really bad financial straits. I don't want to discuss my financial situation. But I was doing all right. And then I just said I can't work with Josh. And then they fired me altogether. And then it gave my head a brain damage. It gave it brain damage. So I'm not on GB News. I was making some money, not that much money, but less and less money. I don't think, you know, they don't need me. It wasn't that much money, but it was a lot of work to get there at 6 o'clock. So I'm not complaining, but 14-pound burgers, it was a lot of, and it's a burger. It's cooked food. It's cooked. You're right, Judel says to Jedster, that we read one they chromed and put in the restaurant. What is the red one? What is the red one? I don't know what that means. Do a show, then guess who is who when we show up. Oh, yeah. That would be quite embarrassing. Yeah, I should do a show. I'm going to do a show. They still try. I've still to try. This is what MC Scott says. An Oreo ice cream. But I'll see it one day and I'll get one. I would say no. It's a bit too expensive. It's in America, those things were like, I remember paying 60 cents for one when I was, and now they're £2.60 for 70 grams. 70 grams. That's like nothing. I can't believe they would keep Josh over Lewis. I'm sorry. This is just my opinion. But he is so. I'm not going to say what the word is, Warmellian, but thank you very much. I haven't watched. No. Whatever. The fact is, I'm out. Somebody else is in. It's not the end of the world. I've been out many times before. I've got severe social problems. As you can tell, I've got social problems. I think a lot of us have social problems. Maybe they found out the truth about me. You know, my entire life, I've been like afraid they're going to find out the truth that my mother was in a mental hospital, that I've got evil thoughts in my head towards people. Something unrelaxed. I was in Canterbury Christmas market today, and I may or may not have spent 30 pounds on cheese, says Gnome Hunter. Well, you could do that in this country. Cheese is amazing. Some really good quality cheese. Whether it'll be good after the whole country is taken over is another question. Probably it won't be. Hi, Lewis. Just a quick hello to say I'm enjoying your late live stream. English Addict, I'm waving to you. A quick hello to you. Thank you. Whatever I have to say to you. Thank you. But thank you, English Addict. Me neither, says Judels. Stephen Allen or Simon Evans should be hosting it. Yeah, that's what I thought. But I got a bit too cocky. I didn't think I was that great. But I didn't think they would get rid of me completely. I just thought if I stay on the air there, people are going to hate me, which is true. They hated me. You've got to go. Like with a comedian, you got to go. He's all right. He's not a misogynist. He's not a rape. Whatever it is, you've got to say that to people. You've got to say that to people. Let's be nice, Ron Smith. I'm not going to read that comment. I mean, you weren't being nice, but it's a bit. It makes me. Kermit says Keith Bexley is here, so everyone's coming in on a Saturday night. It's a Saturday night. Well, in my defense, there was so much variety in French cheese, and oh my God, this is what Gnome Hunter says. It was just heaven. Cheese is amazing. I got like 5 different cheese wheels, one better than the other. An entire wheel? You mean like something huge, whatever that size is? That's a lot of cheese. I only ever watch headliners when you were definitely going to be on. Which, you know what? I totally appreciate it. But the fact I was there for 3 years, I was surprised. And then I went in and I said to the boss, I said, I can't work with that guy. Because every time I work with the guy, he makes it seem like I'm not funny. And it's like the host of a show is saying, this guy's not funny. Anyway, and he was. Guess what, though, Lewis? Were it not for GB News, I'd not be here now. So you did something right. Thank you, MC Scott. I appreciate that. Yes, something good has come out of GB News. I like GB News, and maybe I'll be back. Maybe I won't be back, but that's just the way. It's the way how many of us have been fired from jobs? I've been fired from dozens of jobs, 8 jobs in a row before I started stand-up comedy. So I know what that's like. Simon, I guess you're talking about Simon Evans, is so English. He's not really that English. He's like half Jewish now. I guess that makes somebody English. Judel says, he's not a says Lucy. I don't want to say it because someone's going to say it. Anyway, agreed, Jed. Stephen Allen would be top pick. Saw him host once, and he was the perfect amount of professional and funny. Just like Andrew Doyle was. Exactly, Judels. I'm with you 100%. You need somebody who's serious, who could say, Lewis, I disagree with you. You're an idiot. In a nice way. But also, maybe like me. You might need a word with Paul Cox, Lewis. He has lost weight, but he looks like he lost that battle. What battle? I don't know what the battle is. You might need a word with Paul Cox. He's lost weight, but is he gaining weight again? Is that what you're saying? I'll speak to him if he's gaining weight. I think Paul Cox is on 3 times a week now. Yeah, okay, so go for Paul Cox. What, am I supposed to feel resentful, Alex? I don't. I'm happy for him. I don't have any resentment whatsoever. How could you have resentment? If I was such a big star, I'd be like what's his name? Dan Wooten. And he's got hundreds of thousands of followers. Okay? If I was a somebody, but I'm not a somebody. I'm just a schmuck waiting on the bus trying to find my way home. That's that song. What's that song? What if Lewis Schaffer were one of us? I'm not one of you. I'm from America. I'm a freak in this country. I'm an absolute freak. I'm sorry. But I like Paul Cox a lot. And I like Paul because he actually tries to be funny. He tries he's willing to do crazy stuff to be funny. He's willing to work at it, and he's been successful. Okay? That's what I'm saying. And that's what we all should do. We all have to work at it. I have to work at it. I'm getting deja vu. Deja vu, Kermit? What does that mean? I think it's because Paul Cox is he is less wild in what he says, and they trust him because he's English. He knows the rules. I don't know the rules. Exactly. That's totally true. I'm wild, which maybe you like it. I want to hear what Lewis Schaffer has to say because he's wild. But if you own a TV channel and you've got Ofcom and the BBC and all these leftists, you don't want a Lewis Schaffer. Maybe Trump will be the Teflon Don too. Maybe he will be. He gets out of a lot of stuff. That whole thing about Jeffrey Epstein is, from what I can tell, it doesn't seem true to me. It's still okay. It seems like Ghost has hacked Lucy's account again. Deja vu. Oh, you spelled it a different way. I don't see FM Ghost here. But is he doing something with Lucy? Please stay away from Lucy. Cellaire says, rather spend an HR with you than tune into Wooten for a rehashed day of old news. Well, I mean, but also, if you take a look at what they're doing, which is what I think I should be doing, is have more structure and content and planning. And now we're going to talk about this story. And then we could cut this story into pieces and it could become on TikTok or Reels, whatever. That's what I should do, but I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I'm sorry. But I think I don't know if we're getting any better. Are these shows getting more interesting? I don't know if they are. I don't know. But thank you, Selaire, for saying that. Thank you. That Donna Aylesbury. I don't like. I don't want to say anything bad things. That's the thing. I don't want to say any bad things about anybody, but Donna Aylesbury. But I understand what you're saying. Paul seems to do a lot of homework, so to speak. Anyway, he's a decent bloke, is Paul. Yeah, he seems like decent enough. He's a decent bloke. Do I seem like a decent bloke? Because I'm not a decent bloke. I've got evil intent. Evil intent. When I'm not here, I'm trying to chat up girls all over the place. And then the guys, I'm filled with evil. I only deleted it because it was superfluous, the va. I only deleted it because of the superfluous a. Laugh out loud. Says Lucy Van Pelt. I don't understand what that means. Every day, every week, month, year, you are here, Lewis. You become more one of us. Well, yes, I am. I'm English. It's killing me. It's absolutely killing me. I shouldn't care, but I care. GB News told that Connor lad that he's a legal risk. Who is that Connor lad? Dan is very tabloid. He's very tabloid. I think Paul Cox actually has the best political thinking and arguments. And I love his humor, says Keith Bexley. Yes, you can actually have a discussion with him. But I agree with most of the things that he says. We never got into an argument. I don't know if we did. I did kiss him on the lips. He wasn't that happy. Yes, 100%. MC, what did you say that was 100%? Nick Dixon is a cool guy. He's a very cool guy. I like Nick Dixon too. I like most of everybody. That's why you don't sleep well. Why don't I sleep well? I don't know. Tell me, I forgot. What did I say that means why I don't sleep well? Don't forget to like, even if you don't. Yes, like the stream. Like the stream. You do seem evil, but once someone gets to know you after 157 days, so it takes a long time before you realize that I'm evil. But a lot of women, they want an evil guy. They don't want a nice guy, I think. I mean, I've been too nice. They don't, whatever. They don't want some guy. I don't know. I reckon you are harmless, Selaire, Lewis. That's what you're saying. Selaire's saying to me, I'm harmless. I've done some damage. My ex-girlfriend, I've done some damage. I shouldn't have been with her. But, she wanted to be with me. So I just thought, okay, I'll be with you. She seemed to love me. And she did. She did. She did. She was a good girl. She was a nice girl. I'm sorry. Jezda says, well, Dan did come from the Sun. Yes, he did. He came from Rupert Murdoch Enterprises. And what they said he did was quite scary, but I mean, maybe it wasn't true. You don't know. Connor Tomlinson. I don't know who that is. Who is Connor Tomlinson? You're right, Kerms. What is Kerm? That's why I don't sleep well. I don't sleep well. Because you don't have good intentions, guilty conscience and all that. That's true. But I don't, yes, maybe that's true. But whatever that means, I don't even know what that means. Guilty conscience. I'm not that bad. I don't think I'm that bad. Maybe I am bad. I don't know. What do you think? Like a firefly. I'm like a firefly. You should hire a priest to exorcise your tent. Exorcise. Like to exercise my tent. Do I have a tent? Yeah, do you think am I too intense, Lucy? I am a bit, I'm dirty. I see girls, I fall in love. Like I've fallen in love with Lucy. I've never met her. Like I fall in love with Joodles. She's out there and I love her. You know what I mean? You shouldn't do that. Guys should not do that. You shouldn't do that. You said you had evil intent. Intent. Okay. Well, the key thing is, Lucy, if you want to do stand-up comedy, which I think you could do, you've got a comedic mind, you have to make sure the audience knows the entire story. And that is quite funny. You had evil intent. I guess I do. I have evil intent. I don't know whether it's evil intent. I want people to love me. I need love. I need love. Don't we all need love? Do you need love, Kermit? Of course you do. Okay? Keith Bexley is like laughing at this thing. Probably just a tent pole that needs exercising. Or exercising. Exercising, possibly. Exercising. But very funny. I mean, I don't even know how I'm bad. I'm not that bad. I don't think I'm that bad. I think I'm bad. I mean, whatever bad means. You know, I owed money on credit cards once. I mean, who else is bad? Is anybody else going to say, well, I'm bad too? I'm bad too. Joodles is laughing. She's a big laugher. Am I wrong to criticize you for laughing, Joodles? I shouldn't, but I do. I criticize people. MC Scott is laughing, LOL. But Lucy Van Peltz made a joke, which is very funny. When people make jokes, don't I say, wow, that's really funny. Isn't that nice of me? I think that's nice. You must think that you're bad. You're the one that doesn't sleep well. Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, I mean, can't you think you're good and you can still lose sleep because maybe the evil forces are out to get you, Kermit? Could that be? Jeds just says, you should invite Lucy to your Comedy Unleashed night and see how she fares. You want to come in and do stand-up comedy, Lucy? I mean, yeah, come on. I mean, when I did my shows, if somebody said I've always wanted to do comedy, I would bring them on stage. Dozens of times this happened. Dozens of times. And they got their first start. It happened with Jonathan. Jonathan Cogan. You know, where maybe it didn't. I don't remember exactly what happened with him. But yeah, that's exactly what I used to do, is you need to take the chance. And I say, come up for 5 minutes and just say, hey, my name is, and then go from there. Don't worry. Yeah. Mark the Rosian is here. Hello, Mark. In what way are we talking bad? I make girls love me, or try to make them love me, as if I'm going to love them forever. Then that could be quite painful for people, including women. So I think that that's bad, Mark the Rosian. Don't you agree? Criticize all you like, Lewis. It makes no odds to me. Yeah, yes it does. I don't believe that. Everyone gets their feelings hurt. You know, I mean, I don't trust anybody who laughs, who says they laugh. I don't trust that. No, I'm shy. I used to say that in my act. I used to say that I'm shy as I'm performing. Yeah. Obviously, you're fighting it. Have you thought about doing stand-up comedy, Lucy Van Pelt? Have you thought about it? Lots of people here. Like, you know, Andrew, lots of people think about it. Have you thought about it before? Can you look yourself in the eye in the mirror? Or do you avoid eye contact with yourself? No, I look at myself. I think, oh, he's good looking sometimes. And then I look at myself and I think, Jesus Christ, I look horrible. Kermit. So no. You'll be fine, Lucy. One joke, you get a laugh, the confidence flows. But what happens if you do one joke and you don't get a laugh? And that's what happens all the time. I mean, comedy is horrible. It's like this stream. This stream has been an education for me. There have been moments that I've thought, this is going horribly. Have I not mentioned that? So you have to fight your way through it. You have to enjoy it even when it's horrible. And I have failed more times than anybody, Mark the Rosian. Okay. If you look into your eyes for an hour, things are supposed to shift. Yeah, they probably do, because you're sitting there for an hour looking at yourself. Of course, you're going to go mental. That's Andrea Blake. Who is Andrea Blake? Hi, Lewis. Just saw you. I was your biggest fan on GB News. That is so great. I really do appreciate that, Andrea. I brought your cup. That's so nice. Keep my pens in it. And your calendar was Boss Lewis. I flippin' love you. That is so nice. Andrea Blake, where are you from? Where are you from, Andrea? I'm going to come and hunt you down. That's the kind of fan that I need. Somebody who loves me like this. Where are you from, Andrea? Was chatting about comedy duty free. Anybody remember that? I don't remember that, Ron Smith. I don't remember that. Have you ever suffered stage fright? All the time. I mean, like where I couldn't go on stage. Every time I do this show, I think to myself, don't press that button, don't press that button, don't press the button. I'm never going, yeah, let's press the button. Every time I do it, of course you do, because this is the number one fear. So Lucy says, no, I haven't what? She writes in incomplete sentences. And if she does comedy, you cannot write in incomplete sentences. Yeah, Jedster, I suffer from stage fright. I watched the live stream with you and Jonathan Kogan. It was very entertaining and engaging. You make a good comedy duo. No. Yeah, maybe, no, but I mean, comedy duo, maybe. I mean, we get along quite well. We talk to each other. I mean, he's good. He's good. I like him a lot. I watched the live stream with you. Oh, sorry, that's what you say. We all have bad days. Yes, but stand-up comedy is every other day is a bad day. Every other day, if you could believe that. And part of every show is a bad part of every show. Where you say something, you think, holy cow, I'm not going to be invited back. And then one day you're not invited back. Keith Barron and Gwen Taylor, I feel like Benidorm was the new, that's this show that I don't know what that is. We're talking about a show that I have not seen. I don't know. What is that show called? With Keith Barron and Gwen Taylor. Some of the best comedians say that when they started, they get booed off stage, like Eddie Murphy. Yes. I don't know if Eddie Murphy did. Yes, because you don't even know what you can and cannot say. You have to say it. You're from St. Helens in Merseyside. Well, there you go. I performed in Runcorn and in that town by the entrance to the river that flows past Liverpool. I've been there. It's not your fault, Lucy, that I'm slow. It's your fault that you don't write a complete sentence out. That's all you've got to do. Yes, Eddie Murphy probably bombed. That's I got sent an image of what's his name? Francis Foster, and he of him supposedly something bad happening at a show, and I couldn't watch it. I don't want to watch bad things happen even if they're my enemy. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch bad things happening. You don't want to. Comedy is very hard. It had similarities, people meeting in Spain year after year. affairs and Spanish staff with language difficulties. It sounds a bit like the John Cleese thing. The posh bloke on duty free played a major in another comedy. Well, let's hope so. In order to make money, you got to play so many different things. Lewis, treating us like his wife with the dead bedroom, chasing the fresh tail, Andrea Blake, shameless. You're not getting rid of us that easy, Lewis. We're on to you, says Warmellian. I'm not. I'm just saying that what Andrea Blake said to me was lovely, was absolutely lovely. I mean, it's only taken 5 months for her to find this daily stream that's on every single Twitter page that I have. But I appreciate it anyway. And Andrea, if you could do us a favor, can you press the like thing and subscribe so you get a notification that this thing is happening? I'm delighted, Joodles writes this. I'm delighted that Andrea's here, Warmellian. Like when Janet appeared, and Caribbean, and I See You, and Joy Earls, and there's probably 10 more I could list. Yeah, they're all fighting over Lewis Schaffer, and that's what women like. They like to see. That's just how they know you're a quality guy, that other women are fighting over them. I forget the name of the town. Garden City, Garden something, Garden, New Brighton. I'll look with this. I'll look for the map of Liverpool. And I shouldn't look here, but I'm going to look here. Liverpool. River. What's the river? I forget the name of the river. Thames and the Mersey. Here's the riverfront. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's Liverpool. It's getting better and better. Better and better. Maybe because they stopped tearing down all those horrible buildings. Here it is. There it is. I think there it is, up here. Can you see this? I'm going to press this. Whoops, that's not right. New Brighton. The promenade in New Brighton. Up there, look at that. Yeah. There's the beach and there's the river. There's the Mersey, the Thames and the Times. There's no danger. It's a professional career where we will be arranged. Yeah, New Brighton, Cellar, yeah. The Mersey is the river. Thames in the Mersey. And the Mersey. The Thames and the Mersey. I know, then under the river. Yeah, I'm learning, Jeds. Don't scare them off quick. What am I learning? But thank you for saying that, Joodles. Thank you for being loving. He seems to be focusing a lot. I live opposite the docks. A brutal boodle. Is that what you call it? Brutal boodle. In Cellar. Okay, that's where you live. Neil Stack. Hold on a second. 3 up, 2 down. I don't know what that is. Are those 6-episode series that they ran in 1975 that I'm supposed to know about? Did anyone tell you can't sing? Very frequently they told me I can't sing. The graveyard is littered with the bodies of disillusioned Livestream women. So yeah, focusing more now. I'm focusing. I don't know what I expected. But then there was a moment there I thought everyone is going to love this thing. Love me. Everybody's going to love me. But anyway, I never found American comedy shows very funny except for The Third Rock from the Sun. I like the big blonde woman and thought John Lithgow was funny. Okay, Vatnai, that's really important. I don't know why that's important. It's not important. Nobody cares what you found funny. But maybe somebody else is going to say, and I found this show funny, and I found this show funny. The problem with British shows is they were written by one guy. They did six episodes. Maybe they were brought back a second year, and then they were gone. They jumped the shark, whatever it is. What is that? What is that saying? They jumped the shark. Wait by the river and watch your enemies float by. Who is that? Who is that, Ron Smith? Is that from that? Ron Smith comedy. Ron Smith comedy. Lewis, you and that guy were funny. He says, yeah. He was jealous of you and hated your ties. I know I should have been maybe more loving to the guy, but I was too angry. I was like just so angry. I was angry over Israel. I was angry that the show had become like a serious show. I was sorry that of like 15 or 20 stories, 7 or 8 of them were about Jews in Israel. Enough about the Jews, enough about Israel, enough about Palestinians and Muslims. It's a comedy program. Lewis, back to being loving. I need to be loving. That's the thing. I need to be loving. I need to show you, Joodles, a little bit more love. Jump the Shark came from Happy Days. Yes, that's right. Where the show, there was some episode where they jumped the shark and it was just so bad. It means they ran out of ideas. But then ideas can come back. It's like somebody's comedy show. And Lewis Schaffer will come back and he'll be like, that's amazing. We thought that guy was dead. How many times? I remember when something bad happened I'm not going to say what it was because whatever, something bad happened. And Rose, beautiful Rose, she said to me, there you go, Lewis. You've ruined your entire life. Again. It was just so funny because I've ruined my entire life a lot. Here I was on GB News. I could have been somebody. I could have been famous. I could be in America. Maybe they could have used me, but I threw it all away. What is that song? We sang that song before. I'm going to sing it again. I don't care. I'm going to sing the song again. I'm going to sing it again. What song am I going to sing? Let's just look for the lyrics. Do you know what song I'm about to sing? 19th, fantastic song. Best comedy to come out of the USA was Soap. It's the Tates and the Campbells. I never liked that. I never saw it. I never liked it. I don't remember when it came out. I have his book, Art of War, on my bedside table, Ron Smith. Who wrote The Art of War? Yeah, JR was... Okay, I'm going to sing the song. Ready for me singing the song? Are you ready? There it goes. There's the song that we're going to sing. I paid all my dues, so I picked up my shoes. I got up and walked away. Oh, I was just a boy. Nobody else to blame. I've worked hard and failed. Now all I can say is I threw it all away. Oh, I was just a boy, giving it all away. Sail away. I'm going to start to cry again. Sail away. This is by Leo Sayer, but it's also by Roger Daltrey. Do you know this song, anybody? What a great song. Oh, and I know better now. Giving it all away. Ooh, I know better now. I've given it all away. When out in the world, too much for my nerves, only myself to blame. Oh, I was just a boy, nobody else to blame. I've done all I can, now it's out of my hands. Stand on my head and say, oh, I was just a boy, giving it all away. Sail away. Who remembers that song? Was that song wasted on you, Lewis? I love you, but please don't sing. This is what Noam Hunter says, or cry. When I hear these songs, I cry. I cry. They were primary. I was 18 years old when I heard that song. Are we really sitting here listening to Lewis sing out of tune? I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry. This is my kind of entertainment. It's my entertainment. I'm entertaining myself. What else can I do? I hope someday to come back. That's what I hope to do. Everybody, we're gonna say goodbye. We got 5 minutes left. Can you give a thumbs up? Can you subscribe? Can you subscribe, Lucy? Would you sing "The State of Independence" from me? What song is that? That's "The State of Independence." You don't mean "The State of Independence." You mean the other song, the Independence Day theme. Lewis, sing Steve Winwood, "Back in the High Life Again." That'll make you feel better. You know what? That's what I'm going to sing. I'm going to sing that song, "Back in the High Life Again." And he was down and out. I don't know whether he was down and out, but he was a tremendous musician. Lyrics for "Back in the High Life." Back in the High Life again. Okay, are you ready? Song by Steve Winwood. And I'll be back in the high life. Should I sing the whole thing? It used to seem to me that life ran on too fast. I had to take it slowly just to make the good parts last. But when you're born to run, it's hard just to slow down. So don't be surprised to see me back in the bright part of town. I'll be back in the high life again. All the doors that closed one time will open up again. Stevie Winwood. I'll be back in the high life again. All the eyes that watched me once will smile and take me in. And I'll drink and dance with one hand free and let the world back into me. And I'll be a sight to see. I'll be back in the high life again. You're right. That's a great song. It was written in 1986. How old was Stevie Winwood in 1986? Can we check that out? How old? He could have been in his late 30s, maybe. How old is Stevie Winwood? Thank you for suggesting that. He's 77 years old. He's 10 years older than I am. And he's still in the game. Thank you for that. That was like brilliant. Thank you I'm sorry. Don't blame me. Thank you, Kermit, for saying go to Discord, go to Livestream. See the thing here, Livestream. Lewis Schaffer on Livestream. Go to Ko-fi. Thank you. Sorry, I'm singing too many songs. No State of Independence by John Anderson and Vangelis. Donna Summer covered it. I love to hear. I don't even know that song. I'll have to listen to it and remind me. There are 21 other hours of the day to entertain yourself. You're meant to be entertaining us for those 3. This is the best I can do. Who knows what's entertaining or not? Botany says, sing 3 minutes and 33 seconds by John Cage. That's very funny. What does Judel say? Cracking tune, Lucy. He'll murder it. Of course I'll murder it. I don't even know how it goes. I don't even know that song, but now I know it's a real song. So let's just say thank you to everybody. Make sure we send some money if you can, if you haven't done that recently. Thank you, Kermit. Thank you, Judels, Ron Smith, Alex. Thank you, MC Scott, Cellaire. If I don't mention your name, right on the bottom, please. Thank you. This says Top Chat. Maybe I'm missing somebody. Thank you. Vatanai. Great suggestion. Thank you, Lucy. Of course, Lucy. Thank you, Andrea. We're going to see you again. Thank you. You found us. We will see you again, I hope. Okay. You do know it. Okay. Dance of the Hours, Lucy. That's from that guy you saw. I listened to it, but I don't know. I'll have to listen. Should I write it down? I don't know it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But thank you, Lucy. State of Independence. Where did my pen go? State of Independence. It's called State of Independence with Vangelis. Okay. Anyway, Jedster was here, which I thank Jedster for being here. John Anderson, he was the guy in Yes, right? Was that the band that he was in? What was the name that John Anderson was in? Anyway, Andrea Blake, we'll see you again, as I say. Mark Therosian, good suggestion with that song, made me cry. Just really good choice of songs. Really good. So have I forgotten to say thank you to everybody? We'll see you tomorrow. What time are we going to see you? Well, I'm going to leave the stream up for about 2 minutes. So you can write something here. You can say bye-bye to me. Roger Daltrey version, so much better. I agree with that. But the lyrics, yeah. Roger Daltrey was a totally underappreciated talent. Because he didn't write the songs. He just sang, and he sang 1,000%. God bless him. God bless him. We fell out because I sent him a song, Lucy, and he started screaming. So I guess not. What song did you send me? I didn't see it. I DM'd it to you. Okay, thank you. I'll look at it. You can DM to me. I mean, I don't know it. I'll have to sing it. What song? It's like work, and I don't want to do work. That's true. I don't want to do any work. But like true success, it stops being work, and it just starts being, this is what you do. Yeah, you're doing it all the time. What about Picasso? Was he doing work? No, he just was doing his stuff all the time. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing what I do. I'm doing 157 days plus 32. That's almost 190 an hour and a half shows. That's a lot of shows. It's a lot of shows. But I thank you. Anyway, someone's coming at the door. Hold on. All right, I'll see you later. I'm saying goodbye, everybody. I love you all. Goodbye. Is that you, Carnegie? Is that you, Columbus? Okay. So I'm saying goodbye. The end of the stream. We'll see you tomorrow at 5. Will you be there? Promise me you'll be there. Promise me. Andrea, I want to ask you questions, see how you're doing. I'll see how you're doing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Joodles. Thank you, everyone.